Yeah. The cocktail lamps shone like poured metal. Mirrors climbing all the way to the ceiling. A spoon of polished silver on the tray. Held 1 bead of water at the lip. You stood among the tinctures and cut ice. Rain tapping lightly on the surface glass and made the room feel colder than the drinks. Mercury room, doused and still. Mercury room, spill and gleam. You make danger feel almost drinkable. You make longing steam. Mercury room, keep me liquid where the silver bends, the light too thin. If I still pour too much at home, if I still chase the bitter after sweet, then said most nights improve when they are measured, and smile while spilling past the line. Connie left a peel twist near the shaker, citrus drying at the edge of steel. I knew the room had mixed me something darker. Mercury room, don't stand still. Mercury room, spill and gleam. You make danger feel almost drinkable. You make longing steam. Mercury room, keep me liquid where the silver bends, the light too thin. Mercury room, let me in. The spoons both reflected us in fragments. Two blurred faces cut by bar backlight. You turned it over near the smoke glass bottles till one white drop ran cold across your thumb. An ice well side under the open lid. A high shelf gave one tiny clink of crystal, and every measured pour looked ceremonial. Maybe balance is the finest danger. Maybe that is why I lean too far. Maybe I keep loving mirrored liquids for the way they break and hold me bound. You placed the spoon beside my empty tumbler. I heard the low kick roll and let the silver answer back. At dawn the mirrors lost their midnight kindness. The spoon lay bright against the folded cloth. You rinsed one glass and let it dry in silence, and turned the service key without a word. The rain had thinned a clean as silver line. The room looked almost medical and bare, but all that liquid stayed alive in me. Mercury room, don't stand still. Mercury room, spill and gleam. You make danger feel almost drinkable. You make longing steam. Mercury room, keep me liquid where the silver bends, the light too thin. Dressing annex glowed with unplugged color. Speaker ring still blinking without sound. Glitter dust slept over the folding table, like a map no one had finished reading. You stood beneath a rack of sequin jackets. Rain soft on the service roof outside, and made the room feel louder than the crowd had. After party static in the room. After party static, let it bloom. You make silence feel almost electric. You make midnight resume. After party static, keep me moving where the lights keep blinking after sound. After party static, drag me down. You asked if I still stay after. everyone. If I still hate the drive straight home alone, then says some nights don't end, they only scatter and touch one sequin with your thumbnail edge. Connie left a half-peeled wristband on the mirror, purple glue catching at the corner seam. I took it as a night refusing closure. After party static in the room, after party static, let it bloom. You make silence feel almost electric. You make midnight resume. After party static, keep me moving where the lights keep blinking after sound. After party static, drag me down. The dust turned silver when the bulbs went colder. A cheap constellation on the black lemonade. You drew one line through it beside the lipstick, till all the shimmer gathered under your nail. A speaker pop answered from the hallway dark. One hanger squeal against the metal rail, and every jacket looked like yesterday's skin. Maybe endings only change their voltage. Maybe that is why they keep me high. Maybe I keep loving empty green rooms for how they hold the body after noise. You brushed the glitter from my collarbone. I heard the low kick rise and let the silence start dancing. At dawn, the blinking rings finally went dark. The wristband slept beside the powder puff. You hung one jacket back with careful fingers, then left the zipper half undone on purpose. Outside, the roof had taken on a silver quiet. Reach side, the glitter kick wave, freezing silvers, and I went home sparkling in a after party static in the room. After party static, let it bloom. You make silence feel almost electric. You make midnight resume. After party static, keep me moving where the lights keep blinking after sound. After party static, drag me down. Emergency corridor held one strip of light, running low along the baseboard edge. Rain lashed hard against the stairwell window, making dawn look far from guaranteed. You stood at the end where the hallway narrowed, the city far beneath us, all in mist, and made the last floor feel like chosen danger. Last floor glow, stay down low. Last floor glow, move so slow. You make endings feel almost magnetic. You make letting go not go. Last floor glow, keep me turning where the storm and heartbeat both begin. Last floor glow, draw me in. You asked if I still count windows after panic, if I still take stairs when I should ride, then said some heights are only dangerous when spoken out loud by morning mouths. Connie left a matchbook in the silk groove, 2 sticks gone, one corner Last for glow, stay down low. Last for glow, move so slow. You make endings feel almost magnetic. You make let it go, not go. Last for glow, keep me turning. Where the storm and heartbeat both begin. Last for glow, draw me in. The lights drip, flicker once beneath your shoes, then steadied into one pale molten line. You walked it like a runway built for ghosts, and turned before the window silver burst. A faint gray breathed cold against the wall seam. The fire door clicked in the draft behind us, and every step looked edged with voltage. Maybe endings are the truest wisdom. Maybe that is why they hit so deep. Maybe I keep having almost day breaks for the way they hold the world half open. You touch the wet glass with your ring finger. I heard the low kick rise and let the storm take over speech. At first, like the strip turned weak and practical. Matchbook slipped inside my coat lining. You crossed the hall and pushed the stairwell inward, then vanished through the hinge, slow metal dark below. The city woke in silver traffic. Above, the rain began to ease at last, but all that glow stayed burning near my pulse. Last for glow, stay down low. Last for glow, move so slow. You make endings feel almost magnetic. You make letting go, not go. Last for glow, keep me turning. Where the storm and heartbeat both begin. Last for glow, draw me in. The radio booth after sign of pulse softly. Mirrors dimming down to tired green. The cigarette amber trace, one quiet comma near the half-open script book on the desk. You sat where voices used to fill the city, hands folded over dead air silence, and made the booth feel louder than the signal. Velvet signal lost tonight, velvet signal lost daylight. You make silence feel almost broadcast. You make danger bite. Velvet signal lost, keep me listening. After all the words are thin and gone. Velvet signal lost, stay on. You asked if I September radios. The static still can make me think of home. Then said some love survived by fading slowly. A little less each hour, but still there. Connie left a scribble on the cue sheet. One station ID crossed out in black. I knew the room purged, but what almost vanished. Velvet signal lost tonight, velvet signal lost daylight. You make silence feel almost broadcast. You make danger bite. Velvet signal lost, keep me listening. After all the words are thin and gone. Velvet signal lost, stay on. 1 meter needle trim. as if some frequencies still brush the wire. You place one finger near the glass face gently, then smile when green refused to go to sleep. The honest sign had gone dark above the door. A mug ring dry beside the fader bank, and every unplayed song looked dangerous. Maybe losing signal is the purest longing. Maybe that is why I stay tuned in. Maybe I keep loving things that fade because they leave their ghost inside the room. You touched the fader but did not move it. I heard the low kick rise and let the dead air fill with pulse. At dawn the booth light went from green to silver. The script lay flat beside the sleeping mic. You blew out the ember with a measured breath and closed the logbook softly at the spine. Outside the tower took the pale first sun. Inside the static thinned to almost nothing, but all that lost stayed velvet in my chest. Velvet signal lost tonight. Velvet signal lost daylight. You make silence feel almost broadcast. You make danger by velvet signal lost. Keep me listening after all the words have thin and gone. Velvet signal lost, stay on. The chapel floor still wore its old geometry. Candles lined along the speaker stacks. Black curtains swallowed saints into the plaster. The dawn haze held low under the beams. You stood where the aisle met the subwoofers. Hands crossed loosely at your open waist, and made devotion feel like body heat. Smoke prior floor under my feet. Smoke prior floor, move with me. You make worship feel almost rhythm. You make danger sweet. Smoke prior floor, keep me turning where the candlelight and kick combine. Smoke prior floor, make me thine. You asked if I still kneel for anything. If I still close my eyes in crowded rooms. Then said some face are born from repetition, and touched the pulse low in your throat. Connie left a veil near the monitor wedge. Black lace dark against the plywood grain. I knew the room had chosen liturgy for us. Smoke prior floor under my feet. Smoke prior floor, move with me. You make worship feel almost rhythm. You make danger sweet. Smoke prior floor, keep me turning where the candlelight and kick combine. Smoke prior floor, make me thine. Lexicon soft around the iron trays. A single drip hardening along the rim. You step between two lines of guttered candles till flame found amber at your ankle bone. A monitor hits slow beneath the organ loft. Dust moves slow in the first pale shaft, and every pew seemed ready to forgive nothing. Maybe rhythm is my clearest language. Maybe that is why I bow to bass. Maybe I keep loving sanctuaries broken, open for the way they let desire call itself holy. You touch one curtain where dim against the daylight. The veil lay still beside the monitor stand. You crossed the floor and drew one curtain wider, then turned before the gold could hit your face. Outside, the city started up in engines. Inside, the kick still moved beneath the wood, and I kept that prayer alive below my skin. Smoke prior floor under my feet, smoke prior floor. Move with me, you make worship feel almost rhythmic. You make danger sweet. Smoke prior floor, keep me turning where the candlelight and kick combine. Smoke prior floor, make me thine. The dressing annex glow with unplugged color. Speaker ring still blinking without sound. Glitter dust left over the folding table, like a map no one had finished reading. You stood beneath a rack of sequin jackets. Rain soft on the service roof outside, and made the room feel louder than the crowd had. After party static in the room, after party static, let it bloom. You make silence feel almost electric. You make midnight resume. After party static, keep me moving where the lights keep blinking after sound. After party static, drag me down. You asked if I still stay after everyone, if I still hate the drive straight home alone. Then said some nights don't end, they only scatter. And touch one sequin with your thumbnail edge. Connie left a half-pale wristband on the mirror. Purple glue catching at the corner seam. I took it as a night refusing closure. After party static in the room, after party static, let it bloom. You make silence feel almost electric. You make midnight resume. After party static, keep me moving where the lights keep blinking after sound. After party static, drag me down. The dust turned silver when the bulbs went colder. A cheap constellation on the black laminate. You drew one line through it beside the lipstick, till all the shimmer gathered under your nail. A speaker pop answer from the hallway door. One hanger squeal against the Mayway, and every jacket obeys a bitch nut. Maybe endings only change their voltage. Maybe that is why they keep me high. Maybe I keep loving empty green rooms for how they hold the body after noise. You brush the glitter from my collarbone. I heard the low kick rise and let the silence start dancing. At dawn, the blinking rings finally went dark. The wristband slipped beside the powder puff. You hung one jacket back with careful fingers, then left the zipper half undone on purpose. Outside, the roof had taken on a silver quiet. Inside, the glitter kept refusing stillness. And I went home, sparkling in the dark. After party static in the room, after party static, let it bloom. You make silence feel almost electric. You make midnight resume. After party static, keep me moving where the lights keep blinking after sound. After party static, closing, pale blue line under every arching beam. A hollow orb on the maintenance car, car moving water in its empty core. You still were meant to shadows cross the ceiling, listening to pumps beneath the floor. It made the whole place feel submerged in private. Hollow glow inside the blue, hollow glow I fall through. You make silence feel almost aquatic. You make longing pull like moon tide too. Hollow glow, keep me drifting where the glass and body both turn thin. Hollow glow, pull me in. You asked if I still sleep with sound machines, if I still need some noise to quiet noise. Then said desire likes a filtered pressure, and touched the rail as if to prove the point. Connie sent a photo of a dark tank, one ripple line and no caption at all. I came because the blue had already chosen me. Hollow glow inside the blue, hollow glow I fall through. You make silence feel almost aquatic. You make longing pull like moon tide too. Hollow glow, keep me drifting where the glass and body both turn thin. Hollow glow, pull me in. The orb was clear except one trapped dark bubble, a tiny night suspended in the glass. You held it up against a tank reflection till water moved inside what should be air. A cleaning hose dripped under the stairwell. One warning light blinked gold beside the hatch, and every ripple seemed to learn my name. Maybe death is just another language. Maybe I only hear myself in blue. Maybe I keep choosing rooms with moving shadows because they keep me from standing still. You placed the orb against my open throat. I heard the sub bass rolling, let it fill the dark beneath my ribs. Had donned the tanks when clear and a nose clinical. The orb lay bright against the car rail edge. You touched the glass once with your knuckles softly, then turned before the hallway lights reset. Outside, the harbor sharpening a steel inside. The pumps kept breathing under blue, and I carried water where my pulse should be. Hollow glow inside the blue, hollow glow I fall through. You make silence feel almost aquatic. You make longing pull like moon tide too. Hollow glow, keep me drifting where the glass and body both turn thin. Hollow glow, pull me in. Fall lounge breathed in humid amber. Leather chairs holding the body heat. A black key plate clean beside the lockbox, soft as a bruise in the table lamp. You sat with one knee angled toward the speakers, the low end moving under all the wood, and made the room feel password deep and waiting. Deep ash cold say it low, deep ash cold, don't let go. You make danger feel almost encrypted. You make longing moving slow, deep ash cold. Keep me under where the amber strips cut through the haze, deep ash cold, set the pace. You asked if I still keep old passwords written, if I still trust what fits inside a box, and said desire works better under layers, a thing that opens only after dark. Connie sent a lucky emoji and nothing, no words, no second thought, no trace. I knew the room was already answering her, deep ash cold, say it low, deep ash cold, don't let go. You make danger feel almost encrypted. You make longing moving slow, deep ash cold. Keep me under where the amber strips cut through the haze, deep ash cold, strength and hate. The key play held for shallow, worn down numbers. One corner worn from someone's recent thumb. You traced them once without completing entry, then smiled as if denial had a taste. The vents blew smoke, soft warmth along the ceiling. Glass clinked once near the hidden bar recess, and every shadow seemed to know the code. Maybe secrecy is the sweetest rhythm. Maybe that is why I move so close. Maybe I keep loving locked up places for the way they turn restraint into a pulse. You placed your hand above the pad, not on it. I heard the low kick roll, and let the waiting feel like touch. At dawn the amber strips went thin and tired. The key plate cooled against the walnut grain. You stood and closed the lockbox without opening, then left one finger trail upon the dust. The city rose in pale administrative lines. Inside the bay still folded through the wood, and I kept that code beneath my tongue. Deep ash cold, say it low, deep ash cold, don't let go. You make danger feel almost encrypted. You make longing moving slow, deep ash cold. Keep me under where the amber strips cut through the haze, deep ash cold, set the pace. Rain blackening the avenue below. A glove lay folded near the little scale. Soft diary on the velvet mat. You stood beside the safe with your hair loosened. The kick from some floor under us still climb, and made the room feel smooth enough to steal in. Soft crime glow on the hand, soft crime glow on the stand. You make danger feel almost tender. You make taking feel planned. Soft crime catches every sin. Soft crime glow, pull me in. You asked if I still save boxes after gifts, if I still keep ribbons no one sees, then said some things are worth more once they're hidden, and laughed before I could agree. Connie left one loop beside the ledger. His rim still warm against the felt. I knew the room was choosing what to magnify. Soft crying glow on the hand, soft crying glow, understand. You make danger feel almost tender. You make taking feel planned. Soft crying glow, keep me near it, where the velvet catches every sin. Soft crying glow, pull me in. The glove still held the shape of someone's fingers, a soft collapse with one pearl button left. You slipped it on and touched the dark and safe door, till every ring light found the seam in gold. The scale gave one soft beat beside the tray pad. A key turned once in some back office lock, and every appraisal looked half like desire. Maybe value is the finest seduction. Maybe that is why it moves so clean. Maybe I keep loving rooms of waiting for the way they make the body feel exact. You press the glove against my open chest. I heard the low kick rise and let the velvet judge me. At dawn the lamp turned pale against the safe steel. The glove lay quiet by the measured tray. You closed the ledger with impossible calm, then snapped the button once before you left. Outside the avenue had gone to traffic. Inside the velvet still kept one warmed in, and I took that glow like stolen mercy. Soft crime glow on the hand, soft crime glow, understand. You make danger feel almost tender. You make taking feel planned. Soft crime glow, keep me near it, where the velvet catches every sin. Soft crime glow, pull me in. A pale ribbon settles over the carved wood, like the night sign is initials there. The blanket keeps a slow heat in the crease. Your absence glows heavier than touch. Streetlight leaks in through the curtain seam and turns the room to lacquered afterthought, where every breath hangs longer than it should. I chase the silence with my eyes half shut. The corners bloom with soft and violet dust. The room smells faintly of rain and fabric, and something almost sweet I can't refuse. The headboard holds the hour in suspension, like memory pin to leave, too blurred to name. The mattress dips with yesterday's confession. The dark curls low around the pillow line. No clean edge wants to survive in here. Everything prefers a slower version. I feel the bass move under hidden springs, like a pulse disguised as furniture, teaching the room how to ache elegantly. This kind of haze has excellent manners. It never storms in and settles close, then turns the smallest details dangerous. A fold of cloth, a glow across the wall, a quiet you begin to count on, until you miss it before it's gone. Start calling that dependence comfort. So leave the blur above the bed tonight. Let it keep watch over the lowered hour. I want the room the way it wants my stillness, dense, dim, and almost too intimate. The candle gives up, the haze does not. It stays where longing likes to gather along the headboard of the dark. Haze on the headboard, where the room leans in too close. Haze on the headboard, where the quiet learns to glow. Haze on the headboard, make the night refuse to thin. The candle's running out, but the feeling's staying in. Held the city smoking, black glass drinking up the final stars. One lamp burned low beside the empty tumblers, a gold ring of water on the stone. You stood against the skyline without speaking. Kick moved under us like second blood, and made the whole room feel like a decision. Just smoke it out, don't let it stay inside. Just smoke it out, let it move tonight. You make danger feel almost like make darkness feel alive. Just smoke it out, through the body, through the city, through the floor, through the skin. Just smoke it out, let me in. You asked if I still keep names in old phones, if I still read them when I should let go, and said some nights survived by leaving traces, not by asking to be saved. Connie sent one final black screen selfie, no caption, just the skyline in her rings. I knew the whole night had been building here. Just smoke it out, don't let it stay inside. Just smoke it out, let it move tonight. You make danger feel almost like dancing. You make darkness feel alive. Just smoke it out, through the body, through the city, through the floor, through the skin. Just smoke it out, let me in. The windows were once skin of dawn blue VP. Traffic pearls beginning far below. You drew one line along the black stone counter, through the watering beside the glass. The curtains breathed once in the vented current. One rooftop siren flared and then was gone. to remember. Maybe this was always about motion. Maybe that is why I never ran. Maybe I keep loving what can fill a room, without ever asking what it means. You placed your hand flat over mine in silence. I heard the low kick crash and let the whole night lead through me. At first, like the skyline bled into silver. The tumblers stood like witnesses in rows. You killed the lamp and let the dawn come all in. I smiled as if the dark had done its work. Below, the city opened all its engines. Above, the room stayed warm with what had passed. And I kept that smoke moving in my chest. And I kept that smoke moving in my chest. Smoke it out, don't let it stay inside. Just smoke it out, let it move tonight. You make danger feel almost like dancing. You make darkness feel alive. Just smoke it out, through the body, through the city, through the floor, through the skin. Just smoke it out, let me in. This room desires things in lower tones. A slow warm body in a slower light. The nightstand holds a line of softened gold. The window keeps the outside tasting far. A single earring catches sleeping shine. And all the dark between the furniture feels hungry for a little more stillness. I hear the quiet asking under everything. Not loudly, never desperate, always near. The bedsheet gathers shadows in its folds. The air grows warm at shoulder level first. Craven here behaves like luxury and knows exactly how to stay composed while pulling harder every minute. The bass keeps feeding what the room began. A low insistence under every breath. No obvious demand, just deeper wanting. Living in the corners of the hush. The dark gets sweeter when it goes unanswered, and every second stretches thin, starts tasting like dependency. I know this atmosphere too well already. It always finds a quieter way in, then turns restraint into a private fever, and calm into a thing I start to need. The room keeps wanting on my behalf until I cannot tell which hunger's mine and which belongs to midnight itself. Ooh. So let the room keep craving beautifully. I trust it more when it asks and whispers. No brighter scene could ever pull this deep than one that waits instead of reaching. The feeling stays because the wanting stays. Slow, warm, and impossible to dismiss. Inside the quiet room, craving, craving, craving. Where the hush wants one thing more. Quiet room, craving. Keep the low end under skin. Quiet room, craving. Make the stillness pull me in. The candle's running out, but the feeling's staying in. The room shines most when it says the least. A patent heel reflects one thin gold line. The mirror edge keeps a cleaner black. The night looks polished without being loud. And all the low end underneath makes silence look expensive in ways daylight never could. There is a theory in the way it works. Hush plus gloss equals deeper wanting. The room proves it every measure, with every sleek restraint of light. No brighter room could hold this formula, so elegantly under skin, as one that glows and stays quiet. The bass turns polish into atmosphere, a smooth pressure under every line. No public room could wear this finish and still feel intimate enough. The dark keeps a lacquered kind of warmth that makes the body wanna stay inside its cleaner silhouette. This is what makes the room persuasive. Its design of hush and shine together. It teaches me that softness can gleam and gloss can move in lowered pulse. The theory becomes a dependency, because once the room gets this right, anything dull feels unfinished. So let the room keep proving its equation, and let the bass complete the proof. The feeling deepens through polish more than through anything excessive. It stays because the gloss stays hushed under gold, under breath, under dark, inside this private design. Hush, gloss theory, let the quiet shine back warm. Hush, gloss theory, keep the low and sleek and close. Hush, gloss theory, make the dark look hard to leave. The candles running out, but the feeling staying in. Soft inside my chest again, like every inhale learned expensive manners. Curtains barely move against the pain. A folded nightdress waits beside the lamp. The room breathes slower than the rest of town, and I begin to follow that behavior until the dark feels lined in fabric. The air feels thick enough to lean against, not heavy, just impossible to ignore. A half-drunk glass keeps cool against my palm. The ceiling lowers without coming down. Velvet lungs, a metaphor for this, for breathing deeper than I mean to, because the room keeps XPK. The bass moves under me like hidden weather, a slower pressure blooming under ribs. I feel the hush widen through my body, as if the room were inhaling me too. No bright sharp line survives this. effortless breathing. Only contours wrapped in darker warmth, and silence stitched with plumes. This kind of air is difficult to leave. It holds you without touching anything, then teaches you to miss its thickness early, before the hour has even finished. The room becomes a habit through the lungs, a way of taking in the dark and making independence feel elegant. So let me breathe the velvet all the way, till every thought is slower at the edge. The room can't keep its grip inside my chest, where one and comfort blur together. The feeling stays because the breathing stays deep, soft and beautifully overdressed inside these velvet lungs. Velvet lungs, velvet lungs, make the midnight into slow. Velvet lungs, where the dark turns rich and warm. Velvet lungs, keep the pressure breathing low. The candle's running out, but the feeling's staying in. But the feeling's staying in. Match is gone, but the warmth keeps speaking. A thin red hush survives inside the tray. The wallpaper drinks the last of the glow. My bracelet cools beside a sleeping book. The hour folds itself with practiced grace, and all the harder edges of the day begin to blur beneath forgiving dark. The room forgives me in a bronze-tinted way, with half-spent heat and slower breathing air. A glass lip catches one reluctant spark, and lets it fade without becoming cold. Mercy lives best after almost ending, when nothing has to be intense again, and stillness learns how to feel alive. I hear the bass move under dying light, like velvet drag across a wooden floor. A trace of smoke hangs low above my knee, as if the room remembered how I stayed. No sharp return to daylight logic now, only the aftertaste of something warm. everlasting, heavier than it first arrived. This kind of kindness is hard to unlearn. It meets me where the bright world leaves bruises, then lowers everything to human size. The lampshade darkens in a rusted gold. The silence holds me with unhurried hands, and I begin to need the gentler burn, more than I ever needed flame. So let the ashlight keep its little pulse, and let the room stay tender through the end. No louder grace could ever calm me better than warmth reduced but now withdrawn. The feeling stays because the ember stays quiet, persuasive, almost disappearing. Yes, somehow deeper than before. Like mercy, keep the night